You just finished a grueling 9-hour shift. Your feet hurt. Your brain is completely fried. And the last thing you want to do is cook. So you open the app, scroll through pictures of food you actually want, and hit order. It feels like a small reasonable reward after a brutal day. Feels like self-care. It is not self-care. It is a $47 invoice on a $19 meal. And the industry built that exact emotional trigger deliberately. Here is the reality nobody in the gig economy wants you to understand. Brands are not selling you convenience. They are selling you relief from exhaustion they helped create. The modern consumer economy is perfectly designed to drain your energy through overwork, and then charge you a massive premium to recover from it. That is not a transaction. That is a trap with a loading screen. What you are paying is not a delivery fee. It is an exhaustion tax. And working women, specifically women between 25 and 45, who are managing careers, households, children, and social lives simultaneously, are its single most profitable target demographic. The sharp, uncomfortable truth. Once you see exactly how each of these 7 services is engineered around your low-energy moments, you will never process the checkout screen the same way again. Not because you need to suffer and cook every meal from scratch, but because you deserve to make these choices with your eyes fully open. The first one starts somewhere you probably used this week. Trap number 1: the delivery app double bill. Take Mia, a 34-year-old teacher who earns $62,000 a year. She orders delivery 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Each order is about $23 worth of actual food, but the final total hits closer to $46. After the service fee, the delivery fee, the small order fee, and the tip, the app guilt prompts her to add before she can even see the driver's rating. She is not paying for food. She is paying for the app's complete emotional mastery over her exhaustion window. That specific 45-minute zone right after work when her willpower is clinically at its lowest. Behavioral researchers call this decision fatigue. Think of it as your brain's gas tank hitting empty. The app's entire experience. The bright photos. The one-tap reorder. The countdown timer. Is precision engineered for that exact empty tank moment. Here is where the math gets brutal. That gap between what the food actually costs and what she ends up paying. The fees, the markups, the tips. Runs roughly $23 per order. 3 times a week, 52 weeks a year. That is nearly $3,600 she hands over annually in pure exhaustion tax. Not food. Just the premium the app charges her for being tired. Trap number 2: the grocery delivery illusion. This one is sneakier because it feels responsible. You are not eating out, you are getting groceries. Except the standard markup on grocery delivery apps sits between 15 and 30% above in-store prices. And that is before the fees even appear on your screen. A $120 in-store grocery run becomes a $160 digital order. Then add $10 in service fees. Then the tip. You just paid $180 for $120 worth of food and genuinely believed you were being practical. The behavioral trap here is called price anchoring amnesia. You forget what things actually cost in the store because you never see the shelf tag. The app controls your entire price reality, and it sets that reality generously in its own favor. Trap number 3: the meal kit subscription lock. The pitch is perfect. Pre-portioned ingredients. Zero waste. Chef-designed recipes. The reality. Most meal kit services charge between $11 and $14 per serving. A dinner for 2 runs close to $28. For a meal you still have to cook yourself for 45 minutes after work. The real hook is not the food. It is the subscription lock. These companies spend enormous money engineering pause friction. They make canceling just confusing enough that exhausted women keep the box running for 2 to 3 months past when they actually stopped using it. That is a pure profit window built entirely around your reluctance to spend energy fighting a cancellation screen at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. Trap number 4: the express shipping panic button. You needed one item. It was $14. But the checkout page introduced a quiet little panic. Standard shipping takes 5 days. For $8 more you get it tomorrow. You clicked tomorrow because you were already tired of waiting. And the page made 5 days feel like an eternity. Retailers have scientifically tested the exact price point where a tired shopper will pay for speed rather than wait. That $8 express fee costs them almost nothing operationally. It is pure behavioral extraction, targeting the specific cognitive state where delayed gratification feels physically painful. You did not need that item tomorrow. You needed relief from the discomfort of uncertainty, and they priced that relief to the penny. Trap number 5: the on-demand home service search. Apps that connect you to on-demand cleaners, errand runners, and home service workers are genuinely useful at the prices they advertise in the thumbnail. But the real number, with surge pricing on weekday evenings, the platform's 30% service cut, and the tip expectation built into the checkout, frequently runs 60% above what you would pay booking the same person directly. The platform's entire model depends on your time poverty. Women managing households and careers are statistically more likely to book these services during peak exhaustion windows, Wednesday through Friday evenings, which is precisely when the surge algorithm activates. Your burnout is not a side effect of their pricing model. It is the input that drives it. Trap number 6: the coffee subscription foot traffic machine. Several major coffee chains now offer monthly subscription models. 1 drink per day for a flat monthly fee. Sounds like a smart hack, until you examine what you actually redeem versus what you pay, and the behavioral psychology engineered to pull you into the store daily, where you almost never leave with just your subscription drink. The subscription is a foot traffic mechanism, not a savings tool. Once inside the pastry case, the seasonal limited special, and the would you like to add prompt at the register. Collect an average of $4 to $6 in additional spending per visit. The drink subscription costs you $25 a month. The behavioral ecosystem built around that subscription costs you closer to $90. Trap number 7: the wellness convenience markup. Electrolyte packets, pre-made protein shakes, vitamin subscription boxes, portion-controlled snack deliveries. This entire category is marketed to exhausted women as the efficient version of taking care of yourself. Too busy to eat well, so here is the optimized pre-packaged solution. The markup against raw nutritional equivalents is staggering. A branded electrolyte packet costs roughly $1.80, making an equivalent drink with coconut water, and a pinch of sea salt costs under 30 cents. The brand is not selling you electrolytes. It is selling you the feeling of having your health managed for you. And that feeling is worth a 500% premium. To a woman who is running on empty and does not have the bandwidth to question the price tag, here is what all 7 of these services share. Not one of them activates when you are rested, clear-headed, and making deliberate choices. Every single one is engineered to switch on during your low-energy window. That is not a coincidence. That is the entire business model. The gig economy did not create convenience. It monetized your exhaustion at scale. The one shift that actually breaks this cycle is not a budget spreadsheet. It is a single rule: no convenience purchase in the first 30 minutes after work. That window when your cortisol is still elevated and your decision-making brain is genuinely impaired, is when these platforms collect the majority of their revenue from women exactly like you. A 30-minute buffer changes the entire equation. You eat something small, you decompress, and suddenly the $47 delivery order becomes a $12 grocery run. You are completely fine making yourself. Your exhaustion is real. Your need for relief is completely valid. But you deserve to spend on relief intentionally, not handed over automatically to an algorithm built to catch you at your most vulnerable moment. Every dollar the convenience economy extracts from your exhaustion window is a dollar that never gets the chance to quietly compound into something real. And that is exactly where the next trap begins. The women silently building wealth are not spending less energy. They are operating on a completely different set of invisible daily rules that the financial industry has zero incentive to teach you. Click the video on your screen right now, and let us expose exactly how those 9 frugal rules work, and why the ones that actually build wealth never look like sacrifice.